My daughter's the oldest.
Okay.
Yeah. And right now she wrote an ebook. She's working on the second ebook.
Okay.
And she is starting she also has a certificate to do lashes. Because that's huge in the Black community.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And she's working on a product line of like body scrubs and facial scrubs and stuff, so like that. And I also told her what you should do is get your like esthetician's license, so you can do like facials and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way you can offer people services, spa services.
Mm-hmm.
I even told her you should get your barber's license and become like a personal barber, go to people's businesses and cut hair and things like that. And she's like a really pretty girl and everything. I think it would, the image, she could present a good.
Yeah. She looks like she knows what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, stay down. Go lay down.
Your daughter works from home as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
How y'all getting all these work from home jobs? Hook me up.
Well, I went from architecture. When the market dropped in 2008,
mm-hmm.
the firm I was with started letting people go. And it was a small firm. I was the only Black person. I was the first to go.
Okay.
So I got laid off, but I was dating a guy who was an adjuster. And
mm-hmm.
so I started working with him, helping him out, like set appointments and do little things like that. But I kind of learned the business and everything for him. And then
mm-hmm.
I started doing that. And I did that for the longest, like from 2008 up
mm-hmm.
until last year.
Oh, wow.
Or the year before.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and then that's also like, it's a male driven industry and everything. So that's kind of also when like I slowly started slipping out of my feminine because I was mm-hmm. in that industry, self-employed, go all the time, up until the year before last. It started slowing down. And then I started not wanting to be in the field so much mm-hmm. because it was very taxing. I was climbing on roofs, all kinds of stuff.
So you was an insurance adjuster for like damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Go lay down, baby puppy. I know you sleepy. Go lay down. I love you, and I'm not talking to you. She's like, why are you talking? You're not talking to me. Who are you talking to? Okay, come get you another treat, and then lay down. So yeah, I wanted to stop doing that so much because it was taxing and time consuming. It had me away from the house mm-hmm. a lot. And plus I like to create, so I wanted to get back into the things that I really love to do. Mm-hmm. And so I started looking for like contracting myself out. Like I'll stay home, I'll write estimates for other contractors and people in the business that are on the roofs and doing all of that kind of stuff. So I basically just stay home and do paperwork for other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. I like it because like I'm able to be home, work on my art, worked on a bus, worked on a van. I train these giant dogs.
Mm.
So lay down. I'm gonna put you all out. You're getting too excited. Because what is it, like 11:30? They start getting rowdy.
It was 12:09 here, so it's 11:09 where you at.
Yep. Yeah, I'm finna put them out.
Okay. Come on. I'm gonna play a video.
Come on.
Okay, let's just get to this. The destruction of all the evidence of Christianity's Gnostic and pagan source was really the first work of the church. It was the evangelists themselves who started it in Antioch. as stated in Acts. Offering rich rewards, Ptolemy Philadelphus gathered 270,000 ancient documents. These too were burnt for the same reason. As someone has said, the early Christians heated their baths with the ancient wisdom, and that knowledge they may have contained, and what knowledge they may have contained. Nor did the destruction end with the founders of Christianity. The fanatics they made carried on their work. The Crusades burnt all the books they could find, including original Hebrew scrolls, Kemetic scrolls, and the like. In 1233, the works of Maimonides were burned, along with 12,000 volumes of the Talmud. In 1244, 18,000 books of various kinds were destroyed. According to Draper, Cardinal Ximenes, 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 delivered to the flames in the square of Granada 80,000 Arabic manuscripts. On finding similar law in the New World, the Spanish Christians destroyed it and the temples that contained it. All evidence of source destroyed, the Christian fathers could now substitute their own stupidity and absurdities. And to substantiate them, they altered words and inserted verses that did not exist in the original text. Celsus, a witness to this falsification, said of the revisionists, some of them, as it were in a drunken state producing self-induced illusions, remodeled their gospel from its first written form, and reformed it so that they may be able to refute the objections brought against it. They took special pains to destroy the pagan records, and so obliterate the evidence of their own dishonesty. By order of the church, all the books of the Gnostic Basilides were burned. Likewise, Porphyry's 36 volumes were burned. Pope Gregory VII burned the Apollo Library, filled with ancient law. Emperor Theodosius had 27,000 schools of the mysteries papyrus rolls burned because they contained the doctrinal basis of the Gospels. Gerald Massey wrote, they made dumb all pagan testimony against the unparalleled imposture then being perfected in Rome. They had almost reduced the first 4 centuries to silence on all the matters of the most vital importance for any proper understanding of the true religion of the Christian superstition. The mythos having been at last published as a human history, everything else was suppressed or forced to support the fraud. It is well known the Christian fathers were notorious forgers. Even the Catholics themselves admit that. According to the Catholic Encyclopedia, quote, in all these departments, forgery and interpolation as well as ignorance had wrought mischief on a grand scale. This is the Catholics, who are the original Christians, saying this.
Aggressive shows and images about Black lives and how they matter, about how magical and strong Black women are, how beautiful and put together the Black family looks. One of the shows you gotta watch is Black AF. Is actually the title of the show is hashtag Black AF, standing for Black as Fuck. Hashtag, and it's on Netflix. It's about 10 shows done by the guy who writes the TV show Blackish. On this, it's supposed to be the idea of his family. They're using actors of his family, of his 6 kids. Their problems are everything Black people used to talk about, what we thought white people problems were with money. Throughout it, he uses every phrase of woke. Now, let me mention that for a second. I talked about this, and now it has come to pass. I talked about how bullshit the phrase woke was. I told you how they inject phrases like woke into the mainstream so it becomes a fad. Then everybody comes out the closet with woke shit. And then I identify who is woke. And then now you don't hear shit about woke anymore.
Pretty much.
It's not like conscious is the best.
Yeah, that's true. How they watered down woke.
Huh?
I said that's true. How they watered down woke. The term woke, you don't even hear about it anymore.
Right.
You know, or sometimes you do. You hear white people saying talking about woke. What you know about being woke?
I've been woke. I've been
Yep.
woke the whole fucking time. I had a whole head start.
Yeah. Mm-mm. It's been some coyotes outside.
Well,
Yeah. Then
yes.
they're
I said, who wins? Your dogs or coyote?
well, they haven't rumbled yet, but they get mad when they know they're outside, you know.
Okay.
So they get real
Yeah, 'cause
agitated.
you don't really hear too many stories about coyote. You hear more about wolves.
Yeah.
But coyotes.
I think they coyotes out. I know it's a big dog like paw print that we see outside sometimes. Outside the fence. So
Now you in the coyote area.
Yeah.
It's a coyote southern animal.
Yeah. I know we see a lot of deer and hawks and stuff, all kind of stuff. Like living in the country, the one thing I like about it is, of course, the nature, being in nature. You can see all the stars at night because it ain't no smog, you know, a whole bunch of birds and just, you know, wildlife, you know, so I like that.
Indeed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The deers are everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Some
I think
deer.
Wolves are what, more northern animal?
I think so.
And coyotes more southern.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. You don't really think about that, but then when you think about Road Runner, cartoon, coyote, they down in the southern area.
Yep, and like the
Mountainous
Southwest. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wily coyote.
Yeah. You ever been to New Mexico?
No.
It's beautiful. Like I love New Mexico. It's like so beautiful. But it just ain't enough Black people there. Like I would love to live there, but it just ain't enough. It's not enough.
Like going to Disney World.
Yeah. Stick out like a sore thumb.
At Disney World, be like Black people, yay!
Right.
And the motherfuckers act like they ain't Black.
Right. They must be rich. Pretty much. I mean, I've never been to Disneyland, but
okay. Shit over. I said it's overrated.
Yeah, because I'm more of like a great American person, you know, because you got like roller coasters, you got like more stuff. Disneyland look like just like the teacups, them little, you know, them little boring fair type rides. Like, man.
Well, when you're in Florida, Universal is better than Disney World. They're right by each other. But Universal got all the, you know, the cartoon rides, the Simpsons, the Transformers, Fast and Furious. So Universal is where people like. That's the better attraction when you in Disney World. Is all the Disney characters.
Yeah,
they got bigger parks, but Universal Studios. We got Universal Studios, Disney World, and Legoland. Legoland is for like kids. I mean, it's for adults too, but you know what I'm saying? Everything is Lego.
Yeah.
It's kind of dope though.
Yeah.
I like Legoland.
I ain't gonna lie, like Legos, like that was one of my favorite toys, like having, you know, with kids playing with Legos, making stuff. Right. You know, sometimes you get toys for kids, but you really get them for yourself. You be more